Hey guys, welcome back. Today we are going to solve quadratic equations. Of course, this is for Algebra 1 Semester 2 students. So let's begin. Let me zoom it in. So the first question is, solve the equation using square roots. So we have 7x squared plus 6 equals 13. Of course, the first thing you need to do is isolate the x squared. So we subtract 6 from both sides. We get that 7x squared equals 7. We divide both sides by 7. We get that x squared equals 1. We need to cancel the square. So we do the square root for both sides. So the square root cancels out to the square. So x equals, the square root of 1 is always going to be positive and negative 1. And the answer will be, of course, as you can see, the second one. That is it. You guys, it's an easy subject, so you can do it the best you can. Let's go to the next one. In this case, let me zoom in. We have a triangle, okay? Of course, as you can see, a right triangle. Find the value of x, if necessary, round to the nearest tenth. We have that the area is 53 square inches. So, how do we find the area of a right triangle? Just multiply these two sides. So it's going to be x times x, and we divide it by 2. That's how we find the area. It equals the area. Now we know what the area is. It's 53. So we put 53. And we need to solve this equation. The same thing. So first we need to cancel the 2. So we multiply times 2. So the 2 cancels out. I'm left with x squared because x times x is x squared. And 53 times 2 is 106. Now, of course, as you can see, all I need to do to cancel the square, we square root both sides. So the square root cancels out with the square. X equals, it's going to be about 10 point something. Sorry. And this will be your answer. That is it. And it's 10.3. Question 3. This is the same thing, guys. We multiply the sides, x times x, divided by 2. You divide it and equals the area, which is 49. You can solve it by yourself. Question 3. This one. Let me zoom it in. Okay. So we have 3x squared minus 27 equals 0. The same thing, actually. We need to isolate x squared, so we add 27 to both sides. So it's going to be 3x squared equals 27. Divide both sides by 3. So x squared equals 9. To cancel the squared, we do the square root for both sides. It cancels out. X equals positive negative 3. And this will be the answer. Positive negative 3. That is it. Question 5. We need to solve this one by graphing. Just solve it algebraically. We subtract, if you can see it, we have x squared plus 2 equals 6. It's the same thing. I'm not going to solve. You subtract 2 from both sides. Then you square root both sides. You square root both sides, you can cancel the square. So the answer would be positive negative 2. It's supposed to be positive negative 2. This one is the same thing, but I want to solve this one so you can see the difference. I want to solve. So we have 2x squared plus 8 equals 0. The same thing, we need to isolate x squared. So we subtract 8 from both sides. We get that 2x squared equals negative 8. Now we need to divide both sides by 2. So x squared equals negative 4. Now we need to cancel the square. So we square root both sides. X equals, now as you know, the square root of negative, we don't have, it's not identified, it's not defined, sorry. So there's no answer, so no real number solutions. Why is no real number? Because the answer could be complex number, but that's something else. So say no real number solutions. So the answer is the 7. Question 7, solve the equation. We need to solve the equation. So we have x squared minus 15 equals 34. Guys, it's the same concept. You need to isolate x squared. So we need to cancel, so we add 15 to both sides. So it's going to be x squared equals 49. The square root of both sides, x equals positive negative 7. When you do a square root, there are always two answers, two solutions, positive and negative. So the answer is the third choice. Solve the equation using square roots, the same thing, we subtract 10. In this case also it's going to be negative. When you do the square root of negative, we don't have a solution. Remember, we don't have a square root, we don't have real numbers for negative. Also this one, so let me solve this one. In case we have 2x squared minus 8 equals 0. We need to add 8 to both sides. We get that 2x squared equals 8. Divide both sides by 2. X squared equals 4. The square root of both sides, so we can cancel the square. So x equals positive negative 2. As you can see, all the questions have the same steps. Hopefully you can get an A. Hopefully you get an A in this one. The last one, let's do it. It's another triangle. So we have the same thing. We need to find the area. So we multiply the sides. We divide it by 2 equals the area. The area is 27. We need to cancel the denominator. So we multiply times 2. So the 2 cancels out. X times x is x squared equals 54. We square root both sides. So x equals the square root of 54. Okay? So it's going to be 7 point something. You'll solve it when you use the calculator. Here, 7.3. That is it. Okay, guys, please be safe. Have a wonderful day. Email me if you need anything.